Rane, what's up, honey? I hope you keep up with me. Can you on the list? Come closer, we go see. Cause when I whine, I just go down low. I just in the time now. Oh, when I whine. Good night, everyone checking in. Big up, Tash. What's going on? Don't fret, boy, don't fret. All you know what time it is. All you hear me clearly. I don't make sure all you hear me clearly. And my thumbs up if you hear me clearly. Keep up with it, keep up with it, keep up with it. Why? Feel like I can't make up yourself. Keep up with it, keep up with it. I just want to make sure everybody hear me clearly. Nice. Now, will you have all your drink? Make sure you have all your drink. Tonight will be an exciting Behind the Soca. If all you know who we have on the live. Share the live. There we go. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Share the live. Hey. 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 Don't fret. Boy, don't fret when I'm whining. Big up Toronto in the house. The Lost Princess. Big up to you, baby. Keep up with it, keep up with it, keep up with it. Oh, you know I had the questions ready for the artists, eh? It's going to be an exciting Behind the Soca tonight. Big up Barbados in the house. This is Rane, Blackman, Don't Afraid. Make sure you check it out. Download the music, stream it, share it, tell a friend. Let me get on some Careless. My first crop over song, Careless, on the Go On Again rhythm by DJ Kai. I hope all you're hearing it. Right now we acting careless in the holding back. Big up to Jam Long Management. Everyone and girl in the party singing. Hey, we just want to talk. Hush your mouth. Why you come to a party? Search yourself. How holiday was? Let me know how holiday was now. Who had a great day today? If you had a great day today, give me some thumbs up, drop some flames, drop some hearts. Jay, what's going on, love? If all you had a great today, great day today, drop some flames, drop some hearts, show some love. All you had a great day. God bless you all to see another Wednesday. So be grateful, right? A lot of people didn't make it today, you know. Share the life, oh lado. Oh, let us run walking. Oh lado. All hands in the air. Who bless, who bless, who bless? Yes, we bless. We out here wearing the best. Nothing about a we. Kiffy, are you sending me some roti? I didn't even know that. I've seen all the little ones in the nice Indian way and stuff. Thank you, darling, because trust me, you and I know it was real pressure to get home and get ready. All you share the live, let me get going now. In the holding back, it's a contract crash. Kippy, are you sending me some roti? In the holding back. Oh, let's believe I forget to put on the lip gloss all kind of thing. All I do. Only West Side walking. If all you know they had a great day today, drop some flames and some hats. And let me know they had a great day today, my man. In the holding back, it's a culture clash. Every man and girl in the place be acting careless. In the holding back, when the way starts. Every man and girl in the party singing, oh la la. Oh, you know who we have on the live tonight? I wonder. No one else party stopping. I need to run some tunes from the artists before the artists come on the live, right? So before the artists come on the live, I'll normally run tunes. Then I'll bring the artists on the live, and then we will get into it. So, let me get into the first one. And I gotta turn this one up. Hey! I tell you tonight, live going and be sweet. I feel it so party. Killer songs. Good night. Barbados again in the house. Share the live now, man. Let me go now, man. Hey. I'll go flowing down the street soca music. Hey. Hey. And I'm feeling it. Oh, oh. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Baby. You have your drink? I hope you have your drink, you know. Hey. Yeah, the artist on the inside. Oh yeah, yo. Oh, let's just some plain so Swappi. Who's hacking there? Oh, they love it, man. Hey. Na 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 na. I know they're whining more laser. Big up my DJ Rhythm Silence on the live. Shut the live. There we go. I want to have some behavior on this live tonight, please. When the artists come on, have some behavior on the live. Moruga man, make up yourself. Yeah. Redbeard. Feeling it. Oh, you know we can't stick. We gotta go into the next one. There we go. There we go. One time, one time. One time, one time. I'm not DJ, I'm mixing, so I have to time mix. There we go. From one to the next. Boom, badim, bada. Hey. Hey. When Swappi had all your wine and also all your skin. Don't start no questions. We ain't ready yet. We ain't ready yet. Steady live and let me get going. There is Angel, good night. People still coming in, you know. Something inside my jumpy head. They can run up. If all you know, you hear these songs today and all, you're still going and get on bad. Drop some plain for Swappi. Something about this rhythm song is sweet. Boomba dimbada. Boomba dimbada bada. I said drop some flames for Swappi. Hey, hey. Big up Infamous Empire on the live. Nice. Well, you know, I had to be myself while sitting down, right? Something inside my jumpy head. Make her run on my jumpy bed. Hey, hey. Oh, you had to take it down. So many songs from Swappi earlier. Let's up a and spoon and bitter rum. Boomba dimbala. Bing, 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 bing. Oh, they know how to drop another one, right? Hold on. This one is on the Jam Juice rhythm. If you haven't heard it before. Oh, you get my chat to the questions the artists and even here yet are running tunes for your phone. 19 goes on by ice cream, getting back on the pass of sirens. We don't really care who don't like me. Once we get the cat, then we Irene. I doubt if anybody out there not familiar with Swappi, eh? Miss Callie, good night. Oh, you coming? Tomorrow we go and drop from Swappi and then we go and bring Swappi on. Somebody asked what's my favorite Swappi. I'm going to play the footage just now. And all who's sitting down, why you not listen? I can't tell you like you when I say no. Why you not listen? Thank you, babe. Make up you, sis. Canada in the house. Strong as always. All the time. This here is my favorite Swappi. One of them, eh? Hey, Steve! Swappi has so much goddamn hits. Oh, yeah. Hey! Good night, Caribbean Elite Magazine. Good night, Nicholas. I still a bad girl. Take your time. Hey, all of the girls. The parents in a bed. Why on the bunker? Swappi could place at your studio. I go ask them about that. Kevin, beg up yourself, girl. We can't drop that without dropping this one. Pause. Yo, your drinks now, let me go. And if you have no money, you use up all the profit. And the Canada boy, the buy a cooler, well, go buy a bucket. So, pack it up and drop it. Boy, you pray that the bucket just free up. Kava know this song for sure. Before I bring Swappi on this live volume. This song had me going mad and fets. Trust me. Memories, eh? Bucket! I can't stick all you. I don't drop the latest. I can't stick. I don't bring the artist on the live. He have a dance he does do. He alone know to do it. You like my cup? Yeah, big up Jam Dong management. How about you have a little drink? Swap, you know, put your camera up a little bit so they can get you whole of you. Don't come on here thirst strapping, eh? You see this thirst strapping thing you did with tonight?
I know, man.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you drink? Oh, I'm about to see what's going on here. Give me a little piece of this now. Come to Tobago.
If you are vibes in the island, come true Tobago, come true Tobago, escape Tobago. Tobago is all our way. Tobago is all I need. That's the escape for all our we. Where's the scene, Rane?
Good night.
Ray, you good?
Yeah,
Good night.
position your camera because you know they want to see you, but I feel you come on here to strap. I don't know what's going on.
Nah, man, I just know I'm having some dinner right now.
Oh, excuse me.
So everybody go this.
What's on
You know,
the
chill. Huh?
What's on the menu?
Well, you know, it's the Diwali time right now in Trinidad, so it you know, it's that time of year.
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. I don't
Well,
want
just
to hear. Well,
so
I forgot. You're right, but I forgot to see why.
Yeah.
Anybody eating roti right now? Me, I know that. Whoa.
Yeah. Right now, I ain't going full in yet. I just prepping it for tomorrow because you know tomorrow is the full lash. You know the dal curry, the bus up shots. So right now I just wet my big note a little curry stew now.
Oh, well, yeah. I have a question before we get into everything. Can you make roti?
Listen, I can make everything above the sun. Yeah. The only thing I have a challenge with making is roti, but I can't make roti. But you know, once the time is right, and I find that the right person that could teach me how to make roti.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. The other guy do like or something.
Yeah, boy, I feel so. I feel so. I love it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, and thank you for joining me on Behind the Soca, where we're going to dive into everything about you. But I know everybody on this live know you, but just introduce yourself to the people on the live and tell us what part of Trinidad you are representing.
Well, I'm Swap Dan. I'm both from Mova and from Silots. Reason being, I spent half of my life in Mova and the other half of my life in Silots. So, kind of like fused crossbreed. Yeah. Currently, I live in the east of Trinidad, east side Trinidad right now. Those who don't know Swap Dan.
I'm from Maloney.
Maloney? No, I used to live Maloney too, so big up Maloney. Yeah. I live Maloney, I live Santa Cruz, I live Bellevue, I live Long Circular, D-Bay. I live all over the place.
So you're
a moving man. Yeah. I'm a moving man.
Like me, I say a Rolling Stone gathers no moss. Let's go.
Man, I got all the moss. I got a moss and I make mass. I'm making mass now. Yes, sir.
What part of Mova?
I am originally from Never Dirty. If you ever heard about Never Dirty.
Never Dirty.
Yeah. Coconut Drive. All that is my area.
Coconut Drive. Yeah.
Yeah. Big up to everybody in Mova, man. Same way.
Mova bigger. Like, yeah. I would have never thought. Never, ever, ever. So, what year did Swappi jump on the soca scene? What was the first release when you jumped on the soca scene?
Now go play 2010. That was the entry to Swappi 3D.
Oh
my God. Mind you, I was Swappi boss first, right? They used to call me the Swappi boss.
Hold on, wait. We get into them transitions, eh? We get into them transitions.
Okay.
There's a lot of transitions we had to touch on, eh? Now go play.
I just bring it quick.
But as you said, now go play. It's like a China, because I following you since you come on, eh? But I want the people to know when you come on. But it's like I can't come with the song in my head. Give me a little piece now.
See, the girl said,
yes.
And every time I look at her, she be sending me looking at she, I see me now go play, girl. This, wanna wine and move her waist. Time like pizza.
Yeah. Wine to the beat. So that is the song I wine up in the party when you was performing. Got it. I remember now.
Everybody was doing it, man.
Yeah, man.
Everybody was doing it. Man, woman, child, boy, everybody.
Listen, you come in hot, you didn't come in. Some people just creep up to it. You just come and
I did one time.
Somebody
up like a tower.
Somebody saying I still playing this in 2024. F that.
That's facts. That is a facts. I mean, if they still playing it, I still perform it. You know?
Exactly. Because when you see I have what I call timeless music, and you know the people still loving it till today, you have to perform it. As you
Yeah,
see,
come on.
as you see
That's a
with
great.
your party.
That is one of our great accomplishments as artists, to see our music live on from time to time, generation to generation. You know, I basically cross into a next generation. We are here after almost 15 years since that song came out.
Yeah.
And the generation that is listening to Zess and that kind of thing now, you know, I'm the original Zess boss, you know, and the man who started that kind of Zess, kind of infused dancehall, soca, you know, with a little bit of sexiness in it. It's called smut. But,
Okay.
you know, it was very new when it had came out in 2010. And I'm honored to be amongst the youths at this day and age. You know, we are in 2024 going into 25. So basically it would be 15 years, you know, Swap Dan has been in the game, giving you all good stuff, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's amazing. Papa, see you.
Yeah, man.
And when I was running through the catalog, I was like, wait, you know, Swappi was really the first person to come up with this theme. This is
Yeah,
what I said. You know, a lot of people now might look at it that way, but when you go back and listen to when you jump on the scene, the songs you jump on the scene with, I think they should respect that. To me.
come on.
They
Yeah,
should
man.
respect that.
Any day, goose
Yes.
bumps, gal say,
Look,
bubble on a DJ, blow
yeah,
my
look,
flute.
yeah.
I was that guy. I was his best man, you
But
know?
look,
Yeah.
Keva was just on the live and Keva was like memories, but I say, yeah.
Yeah. Kev, big up yourself, man. Those
Yeah.
are the 40 dancers, yeah.
So when you drop buckets, right? When you drop buckets, boy, I used to be running all over fetch. That song, you know, like no lies. That song had me going crazy.
I was very optimistic with that tune because I didn't know what it would have done. You know, again, I like to be creative and kind of like out of the box with it. I know we as artists, you know, we paint different pictures in our head and then bring it to life.
Yeah.
So when I went to first class with buckets, you know, obviously I got it from my brother in Sealots. They was beating bucket and like on the block calling that guy bucket head. And it was like bucket, 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 bucket at that, bucket. And I was like, I'm gonna take that, make that song. And they was like,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
go ahead now and free up. So I went by
Right.
class with it and we orchestrated the whole thing. We built it from scratch. But trust me, I had no idea that it was going to do the work that it did. I had no idea it would have been a staple classic today. I had no idea. I was very optimistic. Yeah, I was very.
I should say you had people coming to fetch with buckets.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. When I saw it, I was like, damn. You know, us musicians and artists have a lot of power, and a lot of say. Anything that we say, you know, goes viral.
Yeah.
Whether it be good or whether it be bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I see people actually eating KFC, man. People eating KFC, drinking rum in the bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah, filling up the bucket. It's this, that, all the beers.
Yes. Yeah.
And listen, people actually leave on the cooler and show until one point in time it gets so bad that, hey, bag one thing in Trinidad was sold out.
I can attest to that. He's not lying, people. He is not lying.
Was sold out. I was like,
yeah.
This thing for real, boy?
Yeah.
We're really going to this bucket thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What music could do? What music could do? So I just want to let you know before we go further, when you come close, it's cutting off your head, right? So let's bear that in mind.
Okay, let me go further. I'm sorry. Better?
So, yeah, you're good.
All right.
So now let me talk about the transitions because now you let me know that you were Swap Boss first. So you went from
Swappi Boss. Swappi Boss. Yeah.
So Swappi.
3D.
Swappi in a 3D. Swappi in a 4D. And now you're Swap Dan.
Swap Dan, yeah.
So what caused all these transitions?
I'm also a guy into fashion. So I was like, you know what, I need something, especially in soca. In soca, you always had to keep your fans on their toes, keep people engaged all the time.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find ways how to do that now, in a very unique and different way. So I came up with this whole 3D, 4D kind of concept, like walking into the future, seeing things that people never see, doing dance moves that nobody never saw, wearing fashionable clothing that nobody never wear, just being bold, having crazy. That era had some crazy hairstyles. I was like, bold, I didn't care.
Thinking outside
That
the box.
Yeah, that era, I think who was very popular back then was Lady Gaga. And I used to look at Lady Gaga a lot, and I was like, you know what? I like how this lady brave. I like how she went the meat with the blood, even though it may look gross, but guess what? It is something to send the media. You're giving the media work, actually. I like to get the cameraman work. I like to get the media work. Back then we didn't really had Instagram. Instagram was actually now forming.
Then was Blackberry.
We had Blackberry BBM.
Yes.
so people used to ping and ping your status and ping your location and that kind of thing. Wherever you're flying, they ping your flag.
Yes.
That was our social media back then.
Yes.
So it was very kind of challenging to transition into something new. Every year you always had a transition. You had to come with new music, and you had to come with a new theme. So I was like, all right, this 3D thing work. Everybody in a 3D, everybody in a 3D. That time, those 3D glasses was out.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself a movie. I'm gonna make myself a 3D aspect and bringing myself into real life, in front of people and that kind of thing. Nobody never done it.
Right. Yeah.
And then, all right, I realized that was different. I was like, after 3 is 4, go 40, see, smell, touch, hear, and all these things, right? That would have been the latest thing. But it's now in theaters. You can smell the movie. You can get wet, the drizzle from the rain. I wanted to bring that on stage.
Yeah.
So mind you, part of my act for buckets when I was in 40, I used to actually wet people down.
I know.
With the water.
I know.
Right? So that was deliberate, because 40 is see, you see me, smell, I smell good. I love perfume bad, right? And touch. So the touching now is whatever you experience looking at, you actually feel it.
Right.
So when it's time for bucket now, you have to pull out your umbrella or step away if you don't want to get wet.
If I'm not
I will take
before you go further, if I'm not mistaken, big up mix master G on the live. If I'm not mistaken, you will pause this carnival before the ball bucket, you go so.
Yeah.
The whole crowd.
I used to wet them in buckets of water, bottles, anything I have, man, that could hold water. That was part of my act. That was part of my stage. And it became such a frenzy. Everybody started looking forward to that.
Yeah, nobody.
No one mind. I wet in them and I'm like, yeah.
Euphoria in effect. Nobody mind.
Nobody. That was crazy.
Okay, you have 2 questions here. I don't know why I didn't put it in the comments, but what do you regret, if anything, in your career? And during COVID, what sparked you? Okay, that next question. Well, you pause. I must tell you something, Swappi, before you go further. These people that viewing the live, they like to jump ahead. But you can go ahead and ask, what do you regret, if anything, in your career? You can answer that one.
COVID come on and mess everything up. I wish we could just erase that part of history, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, it already came and gone, but I wish that it had never existed.
Well, since you brought up COVID, I will go to the next question. During COVID, what sparked you to do the street boxing? Now, this was one of my questions, but since the person in the comments want to jump ahead, let's hear that.
Well, at that time, nobody wasn't doing nothing really. The place was total lockdown. People were just trying to find ways to be innovative and creative, and mental health is a hell of a thing.
Right.
So that was one to actually engage with young people and people like myself to find ways to deal with mental stress and mental health, because during that time everyone was under it, every single one, from millionaires to the man on the streets. Every single one was on it. And I was like, you know what? People like entertainment.
Yeah.
In whatever capacity, whether it be sports, whether it be music, whether it be whatever, they like entertainment. And I myself, I like sports. I like boxing, and I saw these guys online doing it now. Partners of them now in C-Lots, they was doing it. They actually started it first.
Okay.
And I was like, fellas, why don't we take this as something, make this something bigger than life, make it more professional, clean it up some more, because these guys, they could throw some hands. They have nice talent. And I see these guys, they're doing their thing, and I was like, I need some of that.
Right.
And it actually helped me to be a better person in terms of gaining some skills, because I couldn't box before. I couldn't really do it. I just like it.
Right.
And I get into it, and then I started doing some serious training, and then I started calling out some people. The first guy I called was Alexander.
Oh, right.
He was Sergeant Alexander at that time, or Inspector Alexander at that time. I called him out. He did a video saying that he's coming to fight. I was excited to fight. I don't back down from no fight. And for some strange reason, he disappeared, and I don't know what was the cause of it.
You think he was afraid?
I don't know. I don't know if he was afraid. I don't know if it was his job. I don't know what was the case, but
right.
I was ready. I was ready for some action. You know what I mean? And Trinidad Killer jumped on board now, and he was like, he ready to fight. And then we was like, we have something going here, boy. We had the whole place on lock with that. Everybody was like interested in that fight. Man, they wanted to see Swappi beat Trinidad Killer bad. But Trinidad Killer, knowing the character that he is, I was like, I hope this guy don't pull out, Right. I hope this man stay in this fight, and this don't come and use this media hype and then disappear. So said, so done. Trinidad Killer come, take the media hype, he take it forward, he make a video saying, boy, Swappi boy, I can't get a cough from you, because if I get a cough in this face, my goal team go down pitch from here to La Perouse. so I was like,
killer style.
I was like, that killer style right through, man. I know he was gonna back out. I know he was gonna run, because nobody can fight with this.
Nobody. So, you see them muscles on you there. Nobody don't want that deep.
So I started calling out. I started calling out people, and I was like, nobody coming for this fight. Why nobody coming for this fight?
Okay.
I started getting disappointed. Then I called out Squeezy Rankin.
Lord.
It never, man. He's by the rum shop every day. I'm training. I'm doing my training. And when I pass and I drive, I say, Squeezy, you're drinking rum, bro. Yeah. Don't worry, don't worry yourself. And I was like, bro, I'm worried, man, because you drinking rum and I training hard. So I was like, so I just give up. No, I just started doing my own thing.
Right.
Just for cardio and to keep fit, to look good, until somebody comes. But also nobody ain't coming. I don't know.
You're still looking for someone to come?
Yeah, right now.
Okay, for the people on the live, Swappi is still looking for someone to spar with. So if I don't know of anyone, not Mike Tyson, link him up, right? So do you think this is something you want to get into professionally?
I won't say professionally. I just want to try, man. I just want to grease my hand. I just want to grease my hand to someone. I just want to, I just want to try it. Yeah. So, I don't mind getting hit, because getting hit is feel good. Getting hit is good for me. I like it. I don't care about pain and all of that. It's all good.
So if somebody knock you into a coma now,
Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure. Well, look,
Nah.
we have a challenge there. They said, let me do about 1,000,000 push-ups. They ain't coming. They ain't coming.
No, nobody ain't coming.
They said, let me do about 1,000,000 push-ups, but it's being a reach. Trust me. That's so, what are your thoughts on your journey from the time you jump on the soca scene to now?
When I say thoughts overall or thoughts on me?
Thoughts overall, like how you feel like your journey is going, or you know what changes came about, or do you see anything that made you like what's going on here, or wow, this is going awesome, you know?
Okay, let me start with changes in my aspect first. My aspect, well, from the bubble and the DJ and the goose bombs and that kind of steamy tune, Swappi decided to tone it down a little bit and go into something a little more mature.
Why?
Because I'm an artist, you know. I'm an artist, and art form requires change.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's feel of different things, temperatures, frequencies, all that. And at that time, the Mighty Shadow had just passed.
Yeah.
Right. That was around 2018, around there, and I was feeling that vibration in the air, and then that vibration happened, and then I linked with Johan and Ultimate Rejects, and then they gave me Party Starts, and that energy continued with God is a Trini, feeling it, Jumpy Head, and you know, after winning the Soca Monarch in 2019 and coming and placing second in 2020, I realized that this is a nice little lane that I could roll.
Yeah.
But then after COVID, I think we had a reset again. Young brother came in, so the whole set thing started peaking, and everybody started. Then the mandingo, and then the temper, and then the this one and that one, and everybody started right. Then the Lady Lava, you know what I mean? And the whole Zess game
came back,
became Zess, you know. And at that point in time, I was still around bubbling, but I was in people's face, and there was like Swap, and then Trinidad was in the atmosphere at that time, real strong.
Yeah.
But I was still in the mix. So whilst I was in these youth space, they was like, "Yo, Swap, why don't come over and Trinidad, boy?" And I was like, "Nah, all they're doing good. I like what they're doing. I was there. That is enough for me." Right. Yeah, but Swap, the people missing here, boy. You need to come back into that 3D kind of vibes you had back in the day. And I felt a little horror because, you know, he's right, because I actually started that and then everybody else doing it. But I like what they're doing. They're doing something new with it.
Right.
You know, it was fresh, a whole new invention of it, a new sound of it. Because every 10 years, every 10 to 15 years, there's always a change. There's always a wave. Because if you go way back before Trinidad, there was the reggae movement with Sasha
and them too.
And then before the Sasha movement, there was the Kiskedi Caravan. So there's always, every 10 to 15 years, there's always a big movement, a big wave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at that time, I just wanted them to ride a nice little wave now, because I didn't like it too.
Yeah.
You know, I have a daughter, she's a youth, she listening to it, I have a son, you know.
Yeah.
And I find it was nice now. Then after I started see, it started to dip, confusion, this one break off, bacchanal, this one get killed, this one. I was like, nah, boy, wait. We need to come back and save this thing in a kind of way. But I'm not a savior, I'm not Superman, I'm not Batman, I'm not these guys. I'm not God. But we need... I just have muscle and I could only face the ring.
Right.
But real talk, where that has gone now, it's very disappointing, because we had something nice.
Right.
That whole Trinidad movement and that whole Zess movement, but we still have some predominant artists that are still doing the thing. You know, big up to Lady Lava, big up to, you know, to Young Brother and the team. I see Saki and all jumping it and doing the thing.
Yeah.
You know, you and them, I like it. I like to see it, you know what I mean? And it gave me the encouragement, you know what? I come like a, you know, a godfather, anything, you know. So, so, so I had a godfather swap Dan, So I had to come anything and and show them that I could still do it and be amongst them and party amongst them and be on the stage in front of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So recently I dropped a new track called A Movie.
Yeah.
So that's just the beginning of the whole new waves of Swap Dan.
I see the bubbling, eh? I see the bubbling. I see the bubbling with the dancers.
You see the bubbling?
I see the bubbling. I was like, sit back. When I see that here, my hair, he goes.
It never left,
I know
it never left.
You
It
just
never
wanted
left.
to walk different avenues and try different things and, show your versatility, which you have done. And,
Yeah.
And, you see that, look, somebody saying swap done with D-O-N, not Dan.
And the extension code. Yeah, swap done.
Yeah, swap done. Jam down saying swap done.
Yeah, man. Respect for that still, man.
Yeah, but yeah, so we see that you could be versatile, and we know that, yeah, anytime you want to go back, you could go back. We know that for sure. So, do what you have to do. If that's the avenue you feel you should head back to, then go back to that avenue. Right?
Yes, for sure. For sure. I will definitely will be releasing some steam, as they say, some steam come 2025.
Okay.
Like I dropped something called Movie. Those who want online will check it out. That is one of these steam that I just won. There's some more that coming.
All right, so they hear me. Make sure they check it out, download, stream, like, share. Because they have to support the artists. Make sure they support the artists. But I want to ask, was Class the first producer you worked with?
First Class. Professionally, yes. London Future.
Right. For Bubble
and DJ. Class again for Bucket. Me and Class had some tunes well.
Hits. You're in Class.
Maybe have some hits.
Hits. Yeah, so I remember that era. That's the time too you had your 40 dancers.
Man, big up to Khadija, Keva, Squid, Naldo, Kimberly, she's the first one.
Yeah, Silver.
Yeah, Rico Boss.
Rico, wow.
All these is excellent dancers today right now doing a thing. I feel real proud of them, real proud. You can't forget the Queen. Swapalicious, Risa, big up yourself.
Yes.
I looking back at some footage. Man, oh man. Only go back and look at some footage that Swap Dan, man. Yeah, Swapalicious. When it's Swapalicious, bust that split so.
Everybody went crazy.
That was crazy. Yo.
But I want to touch here. I see Swappi on YouTube repping his area tough. This is from Killer Songs, repping Barbados. And then Soca says so. Hey, honey. Soca says so. How are you doing? She said, what's up? Swappi, I have a question for you. This question is deep, coming from, with your dancers. You had a dancer in your crew who is now a prominent soca artist now, right? How did that feel when you made that? If I maybe talking out of context here, I believe. How did that feel when you see this artist and you're like, because you're looking at me like, so Pretty wasn't one of your dancers?
Nah. Pretty was always, it was always wrong. But he never danced to me. But nah, Pretty never danced to me.
He didn't dance for you? Oh, but I could he was one of your dancers. By the way, because I know the ambassadors dance crew. I know it was all of them now. So it was Nalo, Khadija, Kimberly, Keva. Well, Populous on she own. She was just Brittany. Wow.
Yeah, Brittany. And I remember every one of them names. Yeah. Rico Boss. He was a little child when I saw him.
Yep.
The first time.
Yep.
Set up footages with him. Now No, Rico was looking over me now, like looking down at me, like, yeah, Swap, yeah, he's big, you know,
So, all
very
right.
talented.
Now you touch on you working with Ultimate Rejects, right? How did that connection come about? Like what made you reach out to them, and who connected you all?
I know you on for a while, man, from the beginning of my career. Always know you on. We always been doing some work. We have some things that we released, but it never really, it never really shot because we was kind of experimenting. We did a song with Kess and myself, and I think it's 2012, sir, but it never really came off the ground.
You wanna give
But
us a piece of it?
I can't even remember the song now, but that's a whole song.
My brain, and I was like, I think you had something with Cass, but I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, that was song with me and Kess. It's a nice kind of wine and kind of wild tune. 2017, I think it's around 2017, right after Carnival, I told him I want to work with him. And he was like, okay, no problem.
Right.
Well, we'll work. And then 2018 come, and then we started working on Party Start. And yeah, that's the truth.
So would you say that connection with Ultimate Rejects was like a good pivoting point in your career?
Yeah. Because I will tell you something. They always say closed mouths don't get fed. If I had closed my mouth all them months and live with pride, there would not have been no Party Star. There would not have been no Soca Monarch title. There would not have been no Jumbie Head. There would not have been no Feeling It. There would not have been no gigs. There might not have been no Swappi anymore. You know what I mean?
No. I don't say that at all.
I'm just being realistic, miss.
No. Never.
No, when I say so, I mean, yeah, you know the thing, the music thing is, the thing go. I mean, 1 minute you're up there, the next minute you're down there, you know?
True. That is true.
Yeah, so I was down there, and I was, when we as artists looking for it, we looking for that hit.
Yeah.
Because with all the hits you can't bring in.
Drugs. It's like drugs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta pay them bills, man. So yeah, so we connected like that, and we never stopped connecting. We have a nice chemistry, a chemistry that nobody could explain. Only us have that chemistry.
That's
music, the way we talk, the way we think. So producing is not just about music alone. It's about you and the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you and the person interact, all that thing. Sometimes you might be thinking something but wait now, you and I thinking the same thing too. So it's not just music alone. It's it's higher than that. It's heights, it's frequency. It's universal language and thing. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you have someone here saying "Girl Come Go Down So" was a nice tune.
That is the tune. That is the tune. Girl come go down so. When you walk on the beat, girl go down so. Why not go down? Why not go down? Why not go down? Yeah, that was the tune. Me and Kess.
Swappi listeners and the Swappi fans will remind you.
Yeah, that's the tune.
Big up UK in the house. So listen.
Big up UK.
How many songs would Swappi say he have under his belt?
I checked 200 and something tunes.
Wow.
200 and something tunes in 15 years. Yeah, I really record, but I beat my body all over the place, boy. Studio every night, all kind of place.
Pineapples. Your body. What?
Yeah.
But you know what? You must clap for yourself, pat yourself on the back, because it wasn't all for naught, right? It wasn't all for naught, because you're a known artist. You have hits, you have songs going back from even when the transition into stuff like Jumbie Head and Party Start and stuff, you had everyone of every age getting on in a party.
Yeah,
and I think ultimately that's what artists want to see.
Yeah.
It's something that you could hit the kids, it's something that you could hit the seniors. You know, I saw you had a granny with a cane whining somewhere.
Style, so big up yourself. Yeah.
You understand? And Keys Music, big up yourself as well. So
Please.
make sure
Yes,
you
right.
remember to clap for yourself and pat yourself on the back. So so you brought up Jumbie Head. And I saw that I think it was 2020 you came second in the Soca Monaco. How did that
Yeah.
feel? And I know at the point in time people were like, oh, you're mimicking Shadow and things like, how you dealt with that?
Nah, man. Anybody that do a tribute to any of these legends is not considered a mimic. Once it's done properly, it's considered a respect. You know what I mean? And paying homage. That is our soca godfathers. That is our calypso uncles.
Yeah.
Calypso aunties. Because when we were small, that is what we used to call them, Uncle Shadow, Uncle Baron. You know what I mean? So I have great love and respect for these elders.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at that era, when I came out of that Jumbie Head, it was basically a tribute to the boss, to the bassman. And Soca Monarch nights, everybody is looking for Swap Dan to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody is looking for Swap Dan to win. And everybody, a lot of people were disappointed. I myself was looking for the first place. But it is what it is. It's competition, it's clean fun.
Yeah.
No animosities after, it's love. You know, at the end of the day, we all trying to gain the same kind of success. We all trying to vie for the same prize. We all trying to win.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But at the end of it all, it must have one winner.
and I said, say clap until it's your turn.
Yeah.
Until it's your turn. Dan, you're going clear this year. All right.
Yes, sir. Blessed.
So I know you said when you released Bucket, you didn't expect it to do what it did. When you did Jumbie Head, what were your thoughts on the release?
When I was writing it, I was thinking about steel pan running down in the river. You know? I was thinking about people in the road when the current gone.
Right.
I was thinking about old school. You know, when you get into the zone of writing, you just have to get into all kind of zone, you have to get all kind of ideas and things. And these are the things was coming through my pen. So I wrote that song with those kind of intentions.
Okay.
Bassman, what would he say? I wake up in the morning to loud beating. So I walk to my window and start peeping. I see red and blue devils, the two jab. A rhythm section with a big steel band, beating a sweet melody. A boom 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 boom. You know what I mean? I started going into Shadow's head.
Yeah.
That is something I think he would say. Something inside my Jumbie head make me jump out my Jumbie bed. That's when I think that Jumbie dead. He beating a pan from A to Z. You know what I mean?
So when Core wrote that with you, or that was all you?
That was all me. I wrote 99.9% of my music.
Lovely.
Party start, it's all me.
Wow.
Feeling it, it's all me.
You have things. That is what I say. You have things.
Yeah.
So do you
I thought right, but you know, I must give credit to Flippo. You know, Azaria, he was part of the Jumbie Head process too, because he was like, boom. You know, I'm give props to Johan because they come up with certain things now. Right. Because when a car is about to start, you need a key. And then when it started, it gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes a writer just need a little scratch of a matches, a start. And so these guys was the spark. You know? Johan was a spark. Flippo was a spark. You know what I mean? So sometimes you don't write holistically just one time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it just need a spark. So whatever it is, if it's a scratch, I give them credit still. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for that spark, you would not get a tune.
Come together.
Nah, can't come together. So
yeah, big up Azaria, because I think Azaria, he does give great pointers. Like
no, the man bad man. The man good when it comes to ideas and things, especially when they're beating and they're trying to find a tune and they're trying to find music, and he'll just come up with some kind of, he will see some channel branch in my head and he'll say, Swappi, that looking like a zombie broom. Yeah. That look, simple things like that alone is a start.
Yeah.
And that could send it to the moon. You know what I mean?
Big up Azaria for real. I would say you have the great techniques. So I asked, but you probably missed this. Do you write for other artists?
I've never wrote for any artist. To be quite precise, I never wrote anything for any artist.
Really?
No.
Do you think you will, or is just something like some people are like, I could do this for me, but I don't know if I could do it for somebody else.
I lie. I co-wrote Middle of the Road with Destra. That song we had a power song called Middle of the Road. Yes, I wrote her verse. Yeah, Middle of the Road.
All right, that's good to know. Any you said you did a collab with Kes. Any other artists you recall doing collaborations with?
Beanie Man, Marshall, Rafi B.
Somebody say, man, you have too much tunes.
Yeah, you have too much tunes. You just can't count.
That's true. Any artists that you want to collaborate with in the near future?
Yeah, man, for sure. I would like. I would like to collaborate with the young brother because we both from the same community, same place. Right. I think it will be fitting. I would like to work with Lady Lava as well because she liked that Zess thing.
Yeah.
And I entered that kind of Zess thing too. I think me and her will make a nice collaboration.
I think so too. You and both artists collaboration.
So those are the two thus far.
Okay, of course. Jam Dong had to plug in.
And Ray.
Right?
Yeah, possible. Why not? Of course.
Let us forget the artist on the next end of the camera. It's all right.
Well, I ain't looking at you as no artist. You're a big interviewer right now.
Oh my God. I'm still an artist. So listen, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was it's either coming to the end of 2019, going into 2020, or right as 2020 started, you did a concert.
Oh yeah, man. That was just before COVID, man.
How could you forget that?
COVID messed everything up, man. I mean, that was Swap Dan Saturday. That was actually my first concert. Very successful, full of cast, full of food, full of finger food, full of drinks, full of people. Listen, all my tickets was sold out.
Nice.
I was scared because it was my first concert. I was real frightened because I think Marshall concert was, Marshall Monday.
Yes.
And then I had Swap Dan Saturday. So Marshall, everybody goes Marshall concert. So I was like, wait, after Marshall, nobody come in my thing, but ram out. And while my concert was going on, people were still coming. Yeah, that was crazy. I need to have another one. Yeah.
That's what I was about to ask. Do you think you will have another concert?
For sure. No, this time is Swap Dan celebrating 15 years in the business. 15 years and still holding on strong, still in people's face, that kind of thing. So yeah, definitely need to have another one.
I love that film. Now you did something very out of the box in that concert, but I wouldn't touch on that. Because that's
Lord of mercy.
That's in your past, and I will leave it in your past. For the people that saw the concert, they will know.
Turn the page.
For the people that saw the concert, they will know. As you say, new era, right? New era, new blessings.
That's right.
Blessings and roti making.
Yes, I.
So now let's get into this new era that you're going on with here. How did you connect with Desma and become to be a part of the Bijou agency?
Man, I know Desma 15 years now, since I came out in the industry. Yeah, wow. and Desmond always wanted to work with me.
Nice.
But I don't know why, boy. For some strange reason, we just never get to really connect and work. And I was sitting on at home just before I made that decision. I was like, you know what? It's time to reach out to Desmond. Let me see what she could really do.
Right.
That woman is a powerhouse. She is a work jumbie. She don't sleep, and she get things done.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, was she the manager for the deceased Blacks?
I believe that she did some work with him, yes. But I don't want to say anything that I don't know. I don't know if she is fully management, but I know that she was doing some work with him. Right. That is what I can tell you.
Good.
Right? But regardless, she's a very, very professional lady.
Yes.
When it comes to transparency. Very, very, very honest, and I we always friends. We should always keep it jiggy. We always stay connected. Yeah. And I know all the kids when they were small, when they were little, now they are huge, grown men, grown women. Huge. When I tell you huge, you're looking over me. Yeah, I'm a little swap now to them. And then they're big. You know what I mean? Yeah, but nah, I love her, man. I love her work ethics and everything. I'm just sorry I didn't work with her for all these years, you know. I think I might have been
at the front.
The Swap Dan.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not gonna ask if you regret not taking up the
Oh yeah. I regret. I tell her that all the time. Man. I tell her that all the time. But nothing happened before its time,
I'm going to tell you
that. Yeah. Everything happens in due season.
Yeah, definitely. So how let's go back to the music. How did the collaboration come about with Fro Hammer and track 7 for this Escape to? Is it Escape to Tobago or Escape Tobago?
Escape to Tobago. Escape to Tobago. Big up track 7. Big up Fro Hammer. Wherever you stay. This song was recorded 2 years ago, mind you.
Wow.
2022, yes, it was recorded. And rest down there. And then just recently, before it was released, a month and some weeks ago, I got a WhatsApp, and I hear a different voice. I was like, but I recorded the whole song, so I get a different voice on my verse. So I asked anyone, I was like, who's this person? He's like, I Fro Hammer. I was like, who's Fro Hammer? You mean the man from Next? Yeah. He was like, oh, he's singing. I was like, he sung good. I was like, so what's he feeling? Well, he want to know if you could, jump on it. I was like, yeah, man, yeah, he sung good, man, he sung good. Nice. So when I hear the voice fully, I was like, what? Man could sing me, Fro Hammer have voice and thing.
I didn't know that.
He shocked everybody, because we know he's a hype man.
Yes.
He bad on the radio. But the man bad at vocals too.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, wait, I was like, that's for real, Fro Hammer.
yeah, bro. Yeah, he did his thing. And the track came together. Everyone fell in love with it. The people of Tobago. We hoping at the tourism board and all that. So we have some things behind the curtain where that is concerned.
Yeah, big up Shamari and then like Shamari anyway you stand. Big up yourself. Someone I think Redbeard said that they saw you in piece of someone's tourism video. So maybe and I think perfect timing for you to drop that song, Swappi, because like it really was like the song for me for the Tobago Carnival. Like it was perfect advertising. Like you didn't even have to do much marketing. To me, it was I was like, he's a freaking genius. He really tried.
I like that.
Smart move. And hopefully, and I pray for you and for Fro Hammer and Track 7 that they continue to use the song, that it will be a timeless song for the Tobago tourism, especially for the carnival. So
that's right. You so too.
Yeah, make sure you keep pushing it.
Yeah, man. 100%. 100%. It must stick, yeah.
Yeah. So let us get into this here. What do you think are some of the positives and some of the negatives in the industry today?
nothing has changed really in terms of the negative aspect of it. In terms of, I made a blog the other day. I made a little post, right? Now I'm gonna tell you something, and I want to say that again.
I saw
I will
the
say that
post
again.
and I was like, oh my God, who pissed off Swappi?
Now listen. There's always two sides to a story, and there's always two sides to anything.
Right.
For years, we have been complaining that DJs don't play with music. Okay, that is one. But all it is, Haley DJs and them, boy. All it is message them DJs and them during the course of the year. Hey, DJ such and such, where's the scene? How they going? Are they good?
Yeah.
How the kids, boy? Are they touching base, right? Blessed love. But when come carnival time, and I just feel bad too because I'm an artist too.
Right.
Peter pay for Paul and Paul just play for everybody. Me don't want to have because it's paying for all, yeah? I'm paying for Paul. Let me pay for myself. Right? Here's the reason why I make a clear line in the sand. All they ask the DJs how to go in during the course of the year, not just carnival. Don't hey on the thing. Hey hon.
What's up, bro?
My brother.
Yeah.
Oh my brother. Oh my brother. How you going? Where's the scene? Have a thing there? I said nothing there for you. Why? Why only around this time? It does look bad, P. It is no. Let me be real and straight. It does look bad. It does really look bad.
I have something to say, and I could be wrong. I feel like I'm a very friendly person, right? And I just talk to everyone, like RKG. You know, we message on our regular selector card and stuff like that. I just feel, to me, these artists, when you hailing them up, just hey, we're going on, just checking on you. Them like, yeah, I know what you're doing. I see where you're coming from.
Don't do it when it's close to the season.
No, understood. But the thing is, it shouldn't be like we have all kind of social media platforms, right?
Okay.
All kind of social media platforms. So even on our WhatsApp status, you see them post something, reply, you know, like comment under the post, hail them up on Facebook, stuff like that. Like don't just be like, hey, where's the scene yet?
Well, all that is a form of softening the dirt and breaking the ice.
But
so if that's your method
I naturally like that. I'm not doing that because I want you play my music. Because let's be
right. And again, I like that. It should be natural. Because I have a lot of natural, DJs that is natural friends. We heal each other. We talk about music. We go back and forth about music and that kind of thing. And it's a natural thing. You make it natural. You don't make, because it will come across very kind of, DJ will be watching the phone like, watch. Look. Watch this. Look.
Yeah.
Look. Swappi, don't play.
Yeah.
I'm not going through that now.
You ain't like, you have a talk tea.
No, I'm telling them because I just see it. I do interviews and I see DJ saying, showing the next partner, look. Let's watch this artist. And I just feel bad and be like, we. So that is why I was like, you know what? Better make a blog and let people know. Only stop hey honey and oh my brother.
Yeah.
When it's around this time, be natural, be real, and you know what I mean?
I saw a DJ after Miami Carnivals posted on Facebook, the Hey Hun, oh my brother season is over. And I was like, damn. Like, it coming back just now. And I was like, I don't think it's ever done. Right? And people started laughing and commenting about that. But it will come back just now anyway. But at the end of the day, they're gonna play who they want to play. Like you could, hey hon, oh my brother, we're going on love and all these things from now till when. So I just naturally just talk.
That is that, and that is the other part of it. The other part of it is that, I mean, everybody finding different ways to get the music out there. If it's to form a group, form a clique, from a crew.
Yeah.
So this part of this crew, I is part of this crew. Because back in the day, I mean, it's nothing different. Back in the day, you had East Coast, West Coast, you had this one, you had all kind of different ways and different capacities. So I guess in 2024, 2025, things that are, a little more advanced, technology change, people change, the way people think change, a lot of things change.
Yeah.
So you just have to get with it. But mind you, the great thing that we have, what we didn't have back then, is this beautiful thing called social media, yo. Let me tell you something. Nothing could actually, no radio, no television could stop your flow. Because everybody is on here. The promoters is on here. DJs are on here. TikTok is a great platform that everybody looks at. You know what I mean? So I don't think we should allow ourselves to depend on one entity to get our music across.
Agreed.
Like back in the day.
Agreed.
Back in the day, you had to burn your CDs and you had to make sure you stack your CDs on them because listen, you're counting who's the radio station are going by.
Yeah.
Right, Boom Champion getting 2, because you have 3 DJs to give here, right? Then red here, and then you're counting, boop, 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 boop. When you done do your market day, you have to go and dig in your pocket now to buy CDs, to print. You can't do that now. All you have to do is pay a bill.
Yeah, sure.
Pay a bill, make sure your internet running properly, and it's fired on the whole. You're wetting every single platform, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So where's the excuse now? You really are none. So stop hating, stop my brother in and hey honey. You know what I mean?
People still believe that the radio reaches the masses. Because let's be real, people in the Caribbean are not purchasing artist songs. They're free streaming, right? So I think they bank on the radio a lot, especially when DJs pushing the music for you on your station. The people in the Caribbean is like, well, yeah, this is fire because this DJ pushing it and it's who the DJ is and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? So, we know so.
I will tell you something. I will tell you something. Before I didn't know K Lion, I had no idea who K Lion was, what he looked like, and what he sung like.
Yeah.
I had Party Starts. No, I had Jumbie Head. I was on a boat ride and I performed my Jumbie Head, mashing them up, man. Yeah. Then I see Kevin X, he bring on K Lion. K Lion stand up next to me. The man humble. The man was humble. The man have a little flats. No jewelry on. A polo jersey, a jeans. That was the last boat ride that I was on. Listen. I stand up at the side of this man, I hold him one side of my face, so like, and I touch my manager on my shoulder. I say, who's he?
Yeah.
He say, but I kill Lion boy. I say, all right. I say, but how come I never hear you on radio? That time radio ain't really busting up the man, you know. You know where you get anything from streaming and YouTube and his youths and his young people listening to this man.
Yeah.
And I say, but wait now. But how they say in the radio is the place to get in play. Me never hear it, but look, everybody singing the business. You know, after that,
then
load up the matic on every frequency.
I remember he just stand up there and take the mic, load up the matic and knock it, they go on.
We have that clip. I was there. I was right there. That was the last boat ride. I was right there.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the boat ride talking about. Shell down the plane, mashed up.
Yeah.
You know?
Crazy.
And then I come over and I asked my daughter now, I say, who's K Lion? She say, you don't know K. Give me the remote.
Yeah.
And she thinking on YouTube and showing me all the Trinidad artists. And that's when I started falling in love with them. Started falling in love with these youths and the movement. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the radio is good. The radio is don't get it twisted. The radio is still, a tool to get your music heard, but it's not the end.
It's not.
It is not the end.
It's not. Cause I won't lie to you, I have a lot of K Lion songs on my Apple playlist. A lot. So the thing still streaming, rest of soul. I hope it's good, it's getting the money. But stream is a big thing. Streams is a big thing.
Big.
Social media
very
is big. What I think is a challenge, and I heard a lot of people say, including myself, you see the marketing aspect of it. that could be challenging.
Once you know what you're doing, darling. Once you know what you're doing, once you and marketing is many different forms and fashion, many different strategies you could approach in marketing. You know what I mean? You just have to go brave with it and be creative with it.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's true. So when you said nothing has really changed, because you are not the first artist I interviewed that said nothing has really changed in the industry, what are you speaking about in particular?
Come on, oh god. Let me tell you something. 2025 is approaching. I mean wanna step on nobody's corn to make them feel thing. Right. So I just being very
vague,
you know,
vague with it.
Yeah, because you know people are feeling something, and it's not everybody have you know the strong muscles and the thick skin like me to actually take you know certain constructive criticism.
Right.
It is what it is. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
But we can't. What I will say is this: it don't take one person to make a change. It takes a whole body. And if that don't sink in, well, then it would never. It takes a body, not just one person, to make a change. And if you want to make a change as a body of artists, a unit, a group, whatever you want, whatever name you want to call it, it don't take one person. It takes a whole body, man.
That's true. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It takes a whole body. So therefore, once that happen, I wouldn't be saying what I just said next year. I'll be saying something else. I'll be saying, wow, we've seen some improvements.
Yeah. Well, Killer Songs is saying you are on Behind the Soca. A lot of people that said, oh, well, Bappy on Behind the Soca is the whole reason. But you had to respect what Swappi is saying. You know, he want to make sure he have a smooth and successful Carnival 2025. So respect
I want to
that.
step on nobody. I ain't step on nobody toes. I mean, I could. But don't, you know, I could. I have no fear for that. But at the same time, you know, yeah, let me be myself, man. Let me have the heel over my head right now. I'm a nice guy.
Big up expressive, my boy, and person. True. What are some of the things, Swappi, that you believe you can do to make an impact with regards to the young artists in the business?
Man, I don't think there's anything that I could do.
Why would you say that?
Because I'm being realistic. I can't change these young people's mind from whatever it is they want to do. I can't. Let's be real.
Okay, let me kind of bring it in a different way. All right, so it have artists like Killer, and them I see in the performances and stuff. They will give somebody coming up a little 1 minute on the stage or 2 minutes so the voice could be heard. So something along those lines. Or you have somebody that you take under your wing, you know, because you're like, all right, everybody know who is Swappi and whatever, I could bring this person. You know, like how hip hop and R&B artists do it. They have somebody that they take under the wing and they show them the ropes, because let's be real, nobody really reaches out and say, oh, let me mentor you in the game, right? Let me be a mentor. So
let me tell you something. I cannot take anybody on my wing. How would they fly? How would they gain experience if you don't throw them out in the ocean? How would they swim? Listen, let me tell you something. We have to. What we need to be absolutely abundantly real in this thing. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
When I was coming up, this is how I learned it. The people that I was looking for help, they tell me the same thing, and I'm gonna tell them.
Why? Why is that? Why you have to follow what everyone else is doing?
No,
not because everyone else did it means it's right.
It's not follow. It's a template, and if you have a template that is working for generations, why not continue it? That's all.
Fish?
Well, there you go. You want to go down that line? All right, I'll teach you something about that. Check this out. The fisherman will give his staff rods. Would he teach them how to fish? Nah. He'll give you a net. He will give you, no, hold on. He will give you a net. And he will show you points where to throw your net. The fisherman will give you a rod, but would he fish for you? No.
No. He's not fishing for you, but he is showing you how to fish.
He will give you a rod, and he will tell you the principles, the pros and cons in fishing. Would he hold the rod for you and toss it into the ocean and wheel the line in?
No.
For you?
But he will show you. This,
right.
Your logic
right.
that you say is coming like, you know, them parents that used to carry the children where it's a dung mackerel or something, and they go up on the jetty and they push them off and tell them learn to swim.
Yeah.
That's what I get from you.
Okay. Check this out. Before you came into the game, did anyone show you how to sing?
No. I have in a choir.
Good.
However, the late Devon Matthews pushed and urged me to start singing and said, this is what you do and so on and XYZ case.
Did he take your voice and tune it to the song that you want to sing to? Did he?
No.
All right. He didn't.
Okay.
But he tell you, and he gave you the pros and cons. He tell you what to do.
Yeah.
And how to do it. But did he take your voice and tune it to the song that you want to sing?
He didn't.
No. So just as the fisherman, give me a rod, and he will say, Swappi, it's our fish over there. Throw your line over there. If you don't get, well, try again. But I go on. You're on your own. Guess what? I have to now take my line and throw it in all parts of the ocean to see if I catch.
Right.
Now, that's the principle of life. Now, coming back to what you just asked, what I have for these young people, what I have for them is, bro, whatever it is that they choose to do, do it at your best. Whatever it is, it don't matter whatever it is, do it at your best.
Understood. Okay, I get your point. Yes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink.
You can't. No, you can't.
No, all I am saying is show the ropes. Just
show the ropes? Okay. After I show the ropes, what next? Because I could do that.
Well, as you say, next day on their own. But at least you're gonna
all right. Long story short, success comes to those who want it. If you really want to be successful, you're gonna find it, regardless of what. Because I could show you the ropes, but it's up to you if you want to go to the ropes. It's up to you if you want to actually learn. I could show you who to go to get your music record. But it's up to you if you want to take a Uber, get a car, get a friend, and get your voice heard. It's up to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So again, to come back to that question is, these young people, I mean, whatever it is that they choose to do, just do it to your best, man. If you have a rod and you need to fish, just fish to your best. Anything you do, just do it to your best. Because I did it.
Understood.
That's how I became Swappi. I know I want to dance. I know I want to teach the people here a little bit. So I get some needle and thread. I didn't have no money, and I make 2 belts and I make it crisscross on my waist.
Yeah.
I get some confetti, bomb spray. I spray up my shoes and things look different, and I come out like a crazy man. The creator stood. But guess what? You propel from strength to strength. When they get money, you start buying stuff, and they start doing things a little more creativity.
Yeah.
Oh, a song day. Come on.
Boss.
At the end of the day, it is what it is, and success comes to those who really want it.
So, La Pana, big up Panama in the house. La Pana is saying you have to find your own formula. Correct. And then Killer Songs is saying the hardest part is to find someone who is really vested in moving the mountain.
Yeah, that is a great point, because sometimes one might have the talent, one might have the gift, you might have the know-how, you might have everything, the looks, but they just don't have that little bit of spark, which is the finance to get you through, the right person to get you through. But first of all, you must have that drive. You must have that drive and passion. Once you have everything, you have all of that, everything else becomes easy, man. You must get somebody to invest. You must get somebody to push. But you as an individual, you must have that drive. And you must know what it is you want. Success comes to those that wants it.
Now, you know it's not always up, eh?
Well, yeah, that's after. Yeah, that's nah. I don't believe in that down thing anymore because one person told me this and it stays with me for the rest of my life. Maintain your flying altitude. When you're up and you're about to hit rock bottom, don't hit rock bottom. Just stay right there in the middle to maintain your flying altitude.
But
because when you go down, it's going to be harder to come up.
Okay, point. In the beginning, you said you came out, you was on fire, right? And then COVID and all this, and then you went down. Then you come back up?
Yeah, I maintain my flying altitude.
Right. But before you got back up, you went down, didn't you?
I maintain my flying altitude. Because let me tell you something. If you dip all the way down, it's going to be very, very hard for you to screech up.
Listen.
So you have to maintain. So it's like here, you're here, drop here. It's like an aircraft.
Yeah.
You're here, you drop here. But if that aircraft goes nose down,
everybody dead.
That means you're dead. I mean you crash. I mean you're scatter.
Yeah.
So I always believe in maintaining your flying altitude. Nobody saying you can't come down, but you can come here. Right. Maintaining your flying altitude means maintaining humbleism, maintaining your finance, maintaining your good relationship with people. You don't burn bridges. All these kind of things. That is what it means when I say to maintain your flying altitude.
Right.
Because you don't know where you will end up. You might end up back in the same place where it once started, and next thing you can't go back there because, nah, boy, I remember when you was up there, you couldn't come down. You know what I mean? So keep it level.
Yeah.
Maintain a flying altitude, and that will keep you afloat.
Got it. Red Dog saying, Swappi, level the plane. Oh, that's a song.
Come on, level the plane. Yeah, level the plane.
Now, tell us about your experience in winding down here. But I want to know about your experience at the Swiss Soca Festival.
Yeah, boy. So, I mean, first time being in Switzerland. Very, very clean country. Very clean country. And I never experienced no kind of bitterness towards people like us because, they have high standard quality of living. And that kind of thing. We don't have much West Indians over there. Okay. It's a lot of Caucasian people.
Right.
And I've never experienced no kind of things like that social thing called race and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have never experienced anything like that. It's very, very nice. It's lovely. The people is very enthusiastic about soca. They love soca music bad. They love cultural music. They love our culture. They love the Caribbean. They are fascinated about sunlight. They are fascinated about the beaches. It's good to go in places like these because other parts of the world never experience what we have. Right. The beaches, hearing birds outside when they walk out. People telling people good morning because everybody to themselves. Yes. Everybody's so private. Nobody's communicating with a lot of people and stuff. So being in a country like that, experiencing their culture and sharing ours, man, nothing could be
good.
Any beautiful than that. Very beautiful. Stage performance was nice. Accepted, it's a beautiful country.
I'm happy that you got that experience. You look like you had a lot of fun.
I had plenty of fun. Awesome. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Akil, Kelto. I see like the handle on the live. Swappi, what are we looking forward to from you for 2025?
Like I said earlier on, we're looking for some more steam. More steam. I have a piece of steam coming there. I am sure I'm sure they will like it. This one is this one is a 2010 swap.
Going back.
Yeah.
Going
A 2010 swap. Look out for it. It's very soon. Dropping very soon. Yeah, look out for that one. I can't wait to release that one, and I can't wait to see the response.
Excitement building. You're done.
Yeah.
Have people bubbling with movie.
Yeah, movie was just a starter. You know, on the mark, get set. This one is to go.
This one is to go. All right.
That's
Now,
right.
you already gave your advice to the youths. You tell them, you know, once if they have desires to enter the soca arena and become an artist, go for it, go hard for it.
Let me tell them, boy, let's stop that shoppiness with all that voting now. That don't make no sense. All them numbers thing, long time days we used to count numbers in school. Now you can't. Long time you say we are number because you love a number.
Yeah.
Now you can't even wear certain numbers. You can't wear certain numbers because why? All you own them numbers and them now. All you need to own a book and own a education and own a passes and own a A levels and you know what I mean? Own them kind of numbers now. Them is the kind of numbers, figures, money is the numbers we want right now. Let's stop them stupidness. You know what I mean? That's my advice to them right now. Money and figures is the real numbers. You see them done stupidness all again away about we own this number, own that, all they own nothing by.
True.
Because at the end of the day, them number, all they come and meet them numbers here. All they know what number they born, all they know number we gonna dead,
right.
what number we gonna die. Nobody knows what number. But all of a sudden, everybody, that numbers thing get them mad because, bro, it's 3D, bro. 40.
40. You can't use that just now.
You know what I mean?
You can't use that.
Yeah. All you need to stop that. Look how freely we should be using them. No, you can't use certain. No. Come on. Numbers, make numbers your money. That's the kind of numbers I want to see all you calculating. You know what I mean? Do the right thing. That's my advice. So.
Red Dog saying quit mashing up the community over foolishness. I agree.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody plays nice now. Sing music, all they singing music. Sing for the girls. That what the girls and them want. The girls was team. I will never stop singing for the girls and them.
Swappi bringing it.
Yeah.
Swappi get all the girls.
Yeah, sing about money, sing about life. Oh gosh, we want life, we want a thing, yeah. That is my advice to all them, man. Sing good music and, you know, do the right thing.
Blessings. Swappi, get on your social media handles right quick before you jump off. So they can contact
social media, it hacked like 3 years ago, so I tried to build it back. So, I mean, for those who think that this is not the real Swap Dan, it is the real Swap Dan. You know, disregard our old Swappi page. Yeah. That was Swap Dan before, but there's a new Swap Dan. Swappi SWAPPDAN. Follow me on my Instagram, follow me on TikTok. TikTok is the same thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to give me the followers, man. Yeah, they all catch out for the new, look out for the new movements and look out for the new steam.
Yeah, he doing big things. Big up Chocolate City Promotions. Hey, anyway, Stan Swappi, thank you for joining me on Soca. This interview will be posted on the feed because sometimes people working late and they're going to miss it and they love to come back and watch it.
Yeah.
And it will be also on the Behind the Soca YouTube channel in a couple of days. So definitely appreciate you for coming on here and giving all the advice and knowledge. Great gems you dropped tonight, I must say. So thank you. And we're looking forward for this team. Killer Song. Killer Song just followed you. Killer Song is a great connect out of Barbados. So if you're looking to do something in Barbados,
yeah, Killer Songs. Big up. Boop. Yes, I.
And eat some roti. I'm calling my name tomorrow, right? Bless it.
Again. Ray, you're on your own there, sorry.
Wait, so you easy, you know. You easy. Bad. Thanks again for joining the live. Enjoy your food. Have a good night. Love and blessings.
Yes, I. All right, Ray.
Bye.